Hello, we're live.
Good evening. Welcome to Monday Night Live with the Arrivals. How's everyone doing?
Hey, we have a few people here already. So I guess we'll wait a little bit before everyone starts to come in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we see who's in here. We have King Joseph. Hello, Ken and Terry. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. I'm over here in Babylon doing my best to work through all my daily challenges, shaking my head. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But we're praying for you, King Joseph. I hope that things are coming together and that you finally can see the light at the end of the tunnel, or close to close. You see that light somewhere in the distance, and you're getting closer. Um, Silent Tricks, hi.
Hello.
OMB here, but got to tend to.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Jojo and Riri, how you doing?
Okay. Says hi, fam. Mickey Lee.
Hope all is well.
Okay.
Hi, Lorna Willis.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey.
The Maroon Glen. Hi, KT
Hey,
Blessings. Oh, I love this. I guess this is the Maroon. When we have comments, he always says KT Estates.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I love
Okay.
KT. Hi,
Okay.
how you doing?
Okay. Hey, Joe, love the shirt.
Love Kenny's shirt.
Terry's rocking the pink.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We thank you for your prayer. Yes, we absolutely need it more than ever right now for us.
Yeah, we do. We all
Yes.
need it. Hi, Jamila.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Stacy. Good
Hey,
evening,
Stacy.
fam. Like the head rep Terry and the Dashiki Kenny. Thank you, thank you,
Thanks,
thank
Stacy.
you. Stacy is
Yeah,
one of our
moderators,
moderators.
yeah.
I guess you all know that probably by now, Stacy and Cassie.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, CEO.
Hi, Kasim, Kamara. It has been a while.
Yes.
Yeah, how are you?
It's so busy, yes.
Hey, Daniel. Hi, family, liking the African attire, Brother Kenny.
Thank you, bro. How you doing? I see things are really moving with you guys. It's great.
Yes, Daniel.
Yes.
I hope you remember what I spoke at your opening, that things are going to take off. They are taking off for you, and I'm so happy.
Yes.
Coco D says, hello, Ken and Terry. Girl, you look so beautiful with your head piece on. You're glowing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
See.
Say hello to Nally and Aisha?
Aisha?
Or Aisha, you're right. Hi, Nally and Aisha. Do we know them? Or I guess that they're there.
Yes, that's
okay.
Yes. So, Jay, I finally made it to a live. Hey, welcome,
ARM Black Grinder.
Yes.
First. Okay.
Yes. Terry has
a cashew with her head. This is not a cashew, let me tell you, because they're all eaten by Kenny. As soon as they come, Kenny is eating them. He loves them.
Hey, they fall on the ground. I don't want them to go to waste.
Yeah, I know.
So I grab them, and not the cashews, just the fruit.
Right, the fruit, not the cashews.
I'm gonna dry those out.
Yeah.
And then roast them. Yes.
Hi, Audrey Wallace.
Yes.
Peace and blessings, Ken and Terry. Hi, the one.
Hello. Okay, it's jumping up now, really.
Henrietta Morgan, I just saw, I think was next, right?
No, it was here. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Ibrima Tankara.
Hello,
hey guys, how are you doing? Hi.
How? Okay.
Hendrik Kubel.
How?
Hi.
How?
Or probably hello.
Hi.
Maybe.
How?
Or how?
How? It says hello.
Kim, hello. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello, Arrival. You guys stay blessed. 45 days before I can Gambia. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
It's going to go fast.
Yeah.
Hey, Philly fam.
Yes, great to see you live. Good spirits. Yes.
Thank you. That is Stacy.
Yes. Stacy says, welcome to the arrival. Family, thank you for tuning in. Monday Night Live. Yes, family, thank you for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
We
Mhm.
thank you guys. Yes, helps us keep going. Daniel says, good vibes. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, brother. Yes. Okay. Here it is.
Henrietta Morgan.
Mhm. Hello, fam. Let me see.
Oh, Cassie's here. Hey, Cassie.
Welcome, Cass.
Cassie is another moderator,
Yeah.
and she is here, which you probably already know.
It's Hendrix Hollow. It says it's starting to get warmer.
Here in Egypt. Is it?
Hey, Cass. Welcome. Yes. There she goes. It says, okay, it's going jumping now. Okay, here we go. So, trying to get everybody. Hello, Arrival, you guys.
You
Look
already-
awesome.
you already
Stay
did that one.
blessed. Did I?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Because you'll be
right
here in
there.
45 days.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Okay.
Terrell Williams.
Hey, Terrell. How you doing? All right. Try to catch everybody
Earl.
before we go into our subject.
Fayal Yusuf. Maybe she's
Where you see that at?
Earl. And
Okay.
Fayal Yusuf.
Okay, Earl.
Greetings from Philly. I love your progress of the land. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Hi, Yusuf. Yusuf, that's what you were saying.
Mhm.
Okay, Morgan. All right. Yes. Did we do that already?
I don't know.
And that's Henrietta Morgan. Looking good, fam. Thank you. It says, hello, Kenny, Terry. You look amazing. Wow, much love and African looking good on y'all.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Okay. Hello.
Hi, Aunt Linda.
Hi, Aunt Linda. Okay. It says, you guys look beautiful. Right down the road here. Aquarius School for Kids. It says, hi, Kenny and Terry. I'm enjoying watching your progress. We're progressing.
Thank you. Thank you.
JD Gorka. Shalom, family. Shalom. Shalom, brother and sister.
Hello. Shalom.
Yes. Okay. It says, hi, guys. The work you're doing is looks good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, we miss a lot of people. I don't want to miss. I missed people last time. Remember last week? Hello. Remember last week?
Did you miss people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Peace and blessings to you, my Nigerian life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
The happy companion.
Hey, brother, how you doing
Saeed,
over
are
there?
you still in Nigeria?
You still there?
You look like you're having so much fun over there, man.
Yes. Yes.
How's everything?
Everything, yes.
Everything is coming together one day at a time.
Yes.
Things are, progressing. Yes. Thanks for asking. Maxine, Ayodeli. Hello, Terry and Kenny and Grip. Looking chilled. Grip is locked up right now.
Yes.
Because he was biting on my toes.
He tore up his whole bed.
Yeah. So he had to go into his little room for
Yes.
minutes.
Yes. He's a gripper though. He's gripping everything.
Descendants from Africa. Hi.
Yes.
You are all doing an amazing job with the storage unit.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
you. All right.
Let me see. Did we catch everybody? It's a couple of others in here. I mean, let's see.
Cynthia Slade, blessings, arrivals, prayers always. Everything is looking great. Thank you, Cynthia. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Rob Robinson.
Wow. What's up, fam? Looking good, Kenny and Terry. Thank you, Rob.
Let's see right here.
Rob Robertson.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. North Africa winters +9 after 10 years is cold, believe me.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
It's a little chilly here too in the Gambia.
Yeah, you think so?
I think it's freezing in the morning, especially in the morning. I feel like I need
How cold
a
is it?
jacket. I don't
It's
know.
like-
I don't know the temperature, but I know
60s.
I don't know what it is.
And then
But
somehow after.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's cold.
Yeah.
And I think I need a jacket. Greetings from Florida, Monday Night Live with the Arrival family.
Yes,
Thank
welcome.
you, Princess Teresa.
Yes.
DI Jamaican Jane Crow channel. Greetings at the arrival. Persistence overcomes resistance.
That's right.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I think we got everybody. Oh, Bob Garvey. There goes Bob.
Well, here's the
Down there.
jump all the way down.
Mhm.
Here's news from Chicago.
Oh, hi, R. Hogan. Greetings from
Welcome,
Chi-Town.
welcome.
Thank you.
Let's catch those who came in.
Hi, Lady Diva.
Hello. Okay.
Paula's cheating. She said she's at work watching this live. Natalie Moultrie says, what time is it now in the Gambia?
It's just after 9.
It is, yes, it's just after 9, just a little after 9.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tanya L.
Hey,
How
Tanya.
you doing?
Deborah Miller, hello from Minnesota. I really enjoyed your compassion, spirit, and love for people who continue blessing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that kind of brings us into our topic tonight, that little bit there, doesn't it?
Yes, Linda. Grip is getting big, and he does allow us to take things out of his mouth, but sometimes with a little fight, but he's getting better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really getting better.
Oh, thank you, Fatu.
Hi, Fatu. Thank you.
Thank you for
Hi, Tara.
Where's that?
All right.
Look up here. Go ahead.
I just want to take a moment, and I know all of you guys have heard.
Just keep popping them on here while you're doing it. Go ahead. You keep going.
I know that all of you guys had heard that President Magufuli died. He died, and I was very sad about it because he was a great inspiration to me, believe it or not. So I just wanted to take a moment and honor him, and just say that
Yeah.
you know, just for
He was a
all
great
his,
inspiration.
yes, he was a great inspiration, for all his dedication, for all his hard work, and for all his, for everything he did. If we could just take a moment of silence, do you mind, Kenny?
Not at all.
And then just, you know, just give it to him, to give it his
respect.
his respect.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you.
for that moment.
All right, so you want to talk about what we're going to talk about tonight, sir?
Well, I mean, that's what we talked about it, and
Our topic.
our topic, yeah. The
wanna share
topic
it?
is the power of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the topic for tonight. You know, and just that little bit one statement, there's a lot in it.
The power of the seed.
Of a seed, or
Mhm.
the seed, a seed, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and how did you come to that? You said that would be a good topic tonight. And
Well,
what brought you to that?
I thought today was today we were leaving the land,
Mhm.
and as we were leaving the land, we pulled out of the you know where the fence is at, and I
Mhm.
saw a little tree stump
Right.
that they
Go
cut
ahead.
down,
Right.
and it had all these like what do you call it? Plants or cashew flowers, leaves on it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And I said to Kenny, I said, this is a tree stump, and look at the leaves that are being produced off of this tree stump.
Mhm.
And I said, isn't that something, that the power of a seed still lives after it was chopped down, right?
Mhm.
And then when I was coming home, I was thinking about President Magufuli,
Mhm.
you know, and I think his funeral was I think it was today.
Mhm.
I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I was just thinking about him, and it kind of like really hurt me that, you know, he's just gone just like that. And I remember not even a year ago, we were sitting in our house in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and Kenny was trying to encourage me to come to Africa, like maybe 6 or 7 months before that. And I was like, I'm not coming to Africa. Like, I ain't going to Africa. And all of a sudden we were watching something, and he showed up. He was on there speaking, and it was, President Michael Foley, and he was speaking. It was so powerful, and it was so it just inspiring. It just captured my heart, and I promise you, I fell in love with that president right then and there. And at that moment, I began to pray for him and other African presidents, even though I told Kenny I wasn't coming to Africa. But I remember every day we would pray for the presidents in Africa, the leaders in Africa, based on what he was saying at that particular time. So coming home, I said to Kenny that I thought the power of the seed would be good to speak about, is because
he sowed a
seed into my heart, and he never even knew it. That now I'm in Africa based on something that he shared out of his mouth. Almost a year later, here I am in Africa, and that little stump that I saw, right next to us, with the leaves being produced after it was chopped down. Someone purposely axed that tree, and it's still living. Right. Because of the power of the seed that's within there. Right. And the seed is so powerful, and I shared it with Kenny. So here we are, and we're talking about the power of a seed.
Yeah. Okay. Because the seeds, when you talk about the power of seeds are they're what's in the fruit.
Right.
And when you look at fruit, you look at how the fruit actually produces the seed after its own kind. And, it's like we can talk a natural seed, right? And we can talk a seed that comes from a person, a seed from their heart, And we know that in farming, when we do our garden, we're going to be working those seeds, and they're going to reproduce whatever we put in the ground.
Right.
But we have the ability as brothers and sisters to actually sow seed into each other's lives.
Yes.
And when you sow a seed, say, for example, I'll just give an example. Is that all right? Like, say you say the seed of kindness, You ever see where you're walking into a building and someone's walking in front of you and they grab the door and hold the door open for you?
Yeah.
And then you walk in and you're smiling, thank you, and you go on. And then next you come to you're at the elevator, somebody's running to catch the elevator, and you see that person running, and you say, oh, let me catch the door for you. And you remember the person who held the door for you. So that's how, like kindness is a fruit. It's like fruit. Okay. And in fruit is seed. So when they show you that kindness, it exposes that seed of kindness. So someone else, you just sold it into their life. And then it goes from you to them, and then that's how, and it works in the other way too with the bad seed, hatred, malice, strife. So depending on what seed you're producing will determine how you sow in other people's life from that perspective, and the power of the seed, like you said, is immeasurable.
Yes.
You can't stop a seed. I don't care where you put it.
Right.
I don't care if you stick it in the ground and they put 6 inches of concrete over it.
Yeah.
It'll find its way through one of those cracks.
I'm always amazed with that. Like, you could be going down the highway or somewhere, and all you see is stone.
Yeah.
And stone. And somewhere in the middle of that stone, you'll see a piece, like a twig, or not a twig, like a what do you call it? A blade. A blade of a weed.
That's right.
In the middle of nowhere, and it broke through the concrete.
That's right.
It broke through the concrete. Like, that's powerful to me. So
it's an unseen force in that seed.
Oh my goodness,
that happened. When the Creator spoke to the seed and told it will grow. You can't stop it. You can do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
They can come up with the best, deterrents. They can come up with the seed. The power of the seed is in there and it's unspoken. So the Most High actually said to it that I want you to grow and I want you to reproduce after your own kind. And I don't care what it is, that seed is going to grow. Right. And you can't stop it. You can't stop it no matter what you do. And that's the same thing as, and the life that we give, or the seeds that we sow to each other
In life.
in life. Goodness, kindness, meekness, gentleness, or hatred, variance, strife, however you, whatever you sow. And you can sow a seed and not even know it was sown.
Yeah, but how about like when he sold into my life? Like he
Yeah,
sowed
yeah.
powerful words, words of encouragement.
Yes,
They're
yes.
also seeds.
Yes.
Like you never know that what you're saying out of your mouth or what
Mhm.
you're saying when someone's in your presence,
Yes.
how that what you're speaking
Mhm.
are seeds.
That's right.
And how a person feels or how a person's inspired after leaving your company says a lot. And you might not know it immediately because seeds take time.
Yeah.
Like when you plant something in the ground,
Yes.
there's a period of
Mhm.
what is that
It,
called?
it dies first.
It has to die.
A seed, that seed dies.
Yes. Okay.
And then it goes from there, it goes to like a root. It becomes a root.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't even see it.
Just
And-
covered with dirt.
Covered with
Just
dirt.
covered with dirt.
And then it becomes a blade. And then it becomes a tree, a branch or a tree, right? And then once that tree matures, it produces fruit.
Right.
And in the fruit is what is the seed that was sown at the beginning. So that process, seed, root, tree, fruit, and then it starts all over again. And in the fruit is the seed being protected by the fruit. Not only protected by the fruit, but exposed by the fruit when someone takes a bite of it. So, and I think people are tired of bad fruit. For example, when you show goodness, kindness to people, they love it. They come back for more. They love that fruit.
Yeah.
Yes, see.
I like how you said that the fruit, the fruit protects the seed. Like when you bite into the apple, the seed is in the core of it. So the apple all around it is protecting the seed.
Yes.
So that's good. So I just wanted we just wanted to share those two little things and say to you guys that you never know by the words that you're speaking. You never know by your actions. What you're sowing into other people's lives.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the power of that thing, you
Yeah.
know. And I can remember as not a child, I can remember when I was maybe, I want to say I was maybe 9 or 10,
Mhm.
and we used to have a lady that, worked in our management office that would come and collect our rent, and she asked my mom if she could send me to camp.
Yes.
And my mom said, sure, you can send her to camp. And she
Right.
paid my way to camp, and she paid for everything. And even if I needed some new outfits or whatever,
Mhm.
she paid for that. But she will never know that what she did for me at like such a young age
Right.
never left me. That
It-
seed has always been inside of
And
me.
it grows.
So it grew. So every time I have opportunity to help someone who's less fortunate, and I can't do it all the time,
No.
but when I have opportunity and I see a kid or someone that's in need,
Mhm.
remembering when I was 9
The act
and
of
10,
kindness. Yeah.
that act of kindness from her,
Mhm.
how I never forgot it. And I can't even think of her name. That's a shame. Aunt Linda, what is Joyce's aunt's name that used to work there? I can't even think of her name. But she'll never know that that one act touched changed me forever.
Yeah.
So I want to say to everybody that if you're out there and a seed was sown into your life,
Mhm.
or if you feel like sharing anything.
And that's not only, it works in the bad way too.
Yes, it works in a bad way too.
Because hatred,
Yes.
if you hatred, you got malice towards someone.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you could sow a seed of hatred,
Yes.
and you don't even know it, you're out there and you do something mean to somebody or something like that because of the fruit that you're producing. And then when you produce that kind of fruit, then what happens inside that fruit is seed,
Mhm.
and that reproduces after its own time. So if you go to the point where you sow a seed, say 5 years into something, and you do that with someone, and then later on down the road, that seed's in that person, and they meet you again, and say they interview you for a job,
Mm-hmm.
and they remember that act of not kindness.
Yes.
And you really want this job.
Yes.
But so you just gotta be careful you know, how you treat people, especially our brothers and sisters, because we've been trained not to treat each other with kindness.
Yes.
Believe
we
it or
have.
not.
Oh, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Yes, Linda, thank you. I knew you remember Miss Vinny. Yes,
Yes.
she would come
Yeah.
and Miss Vinny paid my way to go to Camp Adahi. I'll never forget it. And that seed that she sowed into my life seriously has
Yes.
made a difference in my life forever. And Vinny, that's her. Thank you, Linda. I knew you
Yes.
remember. Okay.
And who's it, Roxanne Martin says, every idea and thought begins in seed form.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely.
This is true.
It's so much into just that little topic of
Of the seed.
the power of the seed.
Can you
know?
do remember ever
Mhm.
a negative seed
Mhm.
that was spoken into your life that affected your life, that you can say that it stayed with you for a long, long time? Negative.
I'm trying to think because I got rid of all those.
You let them go.
I because here's the truth of it. If you allow that seed to enter into your heart and your
Mhm.
mind, then you can become bitter.
Yes.
And when you become bitter because of something that someone has said to you, then what happens is that thing starts to grow and you don't even know it's growing. And it's like a root that's sown. And then all of a sudden it grows so big that it starts to choke you, because you have a bitter root inside of you. You got to just let that thing go, and not allow negative comments to come. And like I say all the time, it's not what comes to me that really affects, it's what comes from me. You see, so I've learned, it's a learned behavior to, project,
Good seeds.
good seeds. Like I want to be like Johnny Appleseed, run around dropping this.
I like this one. Terrell Williams says, this is a good message. We need to be cognizant to sow good seeds daily.
Yes.
One being the seed of unity. I like
Yes.
that. Yes.
And that's going to bring us back to where we need to be as a nation.
As a nation,
Yeah.
coming together.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Mhm.
like that one.
That's
Mhm.
nice.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
but no, that's it. So what I was saying is, I don't care what anybody says, when you get to that point of understanding that everything works almost to the.
Can you share the link, please?
Oh, sure.
If anybody wants to come in and
Yeah.
share,
I'm sorry. Okay.
no, you're fine. If anybody wants to come in and share,
Anybody have something to say about that?
yeah, the power of a seed or something that has happened in your life that somebody sowed into your life, whether it's good or bad, how it made a difference,
Yeah.
and how it, and how it can help somebody else. Go ahead.
And also,
It's just-
I wanted to go before someone came in and refer to, the type of tree that you project. For example, if you have good fruit on a good tree,
Mhm.
if you're kind to people, you have goodness, meekness in your heart, gentleness, then you'll be able to identify that person by how they project that fruit. And then everyone that they're encountered with, that's what you're going to produce around you.
Say it again. That what?
You're a tree. I'm a tree.
Right.
I produce fruit.
Right.
I could get some bad fruit out there.
Yeah.
And then if I get bad fruit, then I got all this kind of negative stuff going on around me, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, because I always got malice, always hatred, always strife, and always striving with people, hate my brothers and sisters who, then that's the seed is going to come in. So that's all I wanted to say before I did.
Okay. Rob Robertson says the science says seeds are the most nutritious part of the fruit too. I don't usually eat the seeds.
Yeah.
But I don't usually eat. Do you eat the seeds?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've eaten them before. Sunflower seeds.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was told that if you eat the watermelon seed, the watermelon's gonna grow inside your stomach.
Look here. This is me. Let me see. He said, "Oak tree, that's me." That's all right. I like that. But here's the link, guys. I'll put this up if you want to join in, and you have something to add to understanding the power of the seed.
Yeah.
You see, so we can talk about natural seeds that you put in the ground, because when you come to Africa, you're going to have every opportunity to plant your seeds in the ground and be able to grow your vegetables.
Yes.
And I can't wait till our garden starts.
Yeah. And if it's anything like our cashew tree,
Yeah.
that every day we go there, I'm telling you, every single day we go there, there are so many new fruits on the tree. I'm like, wow, this thing is so fruitful.
Yep.
Our cashew tree is
Yep.
just producing so many cashew fruits
Yeah.
that is unbelievable. I think I brought home today. Oh no, you got some from another tree too.
We got some more too.
Yeah, but I think from our tree alone,
It's
we got
a
like
lot.
5 or 6, and
Yeah.
then you got some from somewhere else. Yeah.
Right.
We have Space Fam.
Space Fam.
Oh, that's Tracy and Shemaya.
Hello. Are you there?
Who's Space Fam? That must be Shem-
Hello.
Hi Tracy. Hi Shemaya. How are you guys?
Hi.
Is there a delay?
Is there a delay? Hi Stacy. Hey guys.
Yes.
What's going? These are my sisters, Stacy and Tracy. Stacy, show your face again. Stacy, show your face again.
Hey sis, show your face. Go on. Where you at?
Is she coming?
There's
These are my twin sisters, and that's my niece behind there, Shemaya.
Yes.
How you guys doing? How's
Good,
everything?
good.
Everything's good? Go ahead, Tracy. What do you want to talk about?
Did you have something to add on the power of the seed?
Hi, Troy.
What's up,
Hey,
brother?
Troy.
How you been?
All the way from Africa.
Good to see you.
That's my brother-in-law, Troy. That's Stacy's husband. But what do you want to talk about, Trace?
I just wanted to share and say that, like, I can't really say, there have been so many people that have imparted seeds in my life. Like from when I was in the military, I can think of a lieutenant who told me that, girl, what are you doing? Like wasting your time being a pharmacy technician. You need to go back to school and get your license, and from his impartation, that seed, that little seed that he planted, encouraged me to go back to school and get my license as a pharmacist. And then I never forget my 6th grade teacher, just his act of kindness just changed my life forever. It's not so much what he did, it's just how he carried himself on a daily basis, how he treated me, those things like made lasting impressions. And so just saying that you just never know, it could be just the smallest act of kindness that changes somebody's life forever.
Yes. And it's so true, Tracy. That is so true. Because now that you're talking about school teachers, I have so many, like Miss Wyatt, like Miss Wyatt, my 4th grade teacher. Do you remember her? Miss Wyatt with the short hair, and she kind of looked like she was a gym teacher. Remember Miss Wyatt from Thomas Ford? Anyway.
Not really.
Anyway, so listen, so she was my 4th grade teacher, right? And she's always encouraged me and always so into my life, like not what she said, but just always there for me, rooting for me.
Yeah.
So anyhow, when 5th grade, you got a different teacher. Like I had Miss Leonte and Miss, all different people. Like every year you got somebody different.
Yeah.
So now I'm a senior in high school.
Yes.
I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting ready to go to commencement.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call by our vice principal, Mr. Catalano, and tells me to come to the office. And who is standing in the office waiting for me to come? But my 4th grade teacher, Miss Wyatt, saying to me every year. She said every year I check to make sure that you were promoted to the next grade. Every year I called to make sure you were staying out of trouble. Every year. Can you believe I went to my commencement crying like a baby because this woman, the seeds that she sowed into my life. So it's so true that you never know what the difference you're making in someone's life. Shemaya, you look beautiful. Tracy, thank you for that. Is there anything else you want to say? Trace? Shemaya? Is there anything else you want to say, Shemaya?
You're good.
You want to say? Huh?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today? Okay, I love you. You're beautiful. See, I love you, Tracy.
Thank you for that, Tracy. That was great.
Good. That was good.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right.
Love you guys. Bye, Stacy and Troy.
Yeah, that's so true.
That just made me think about so many different things.
I mean, you could, if you reflect back, you'll start to see. But then, you know, you can really, like you asked me, can you think of anyone who's, any instance where people sowed negative seeds? Oh, yeah. Throughout growing up in school, you
Mhm.
know, I was always told, you know, certain things that just indirects that you are nothing, you know, in the media, in the news, they portrayed our people as less than.
Mhm.
All those negativities, but you know, you fight through all of those negativities. Those are negative seeds as well.
They're negative.
You see, if you
Yes.
allow them to hit the soil and
Take root.
take root,
Yeah.
then they can affect you in your life.
Mhm.
But that's where we have the ability to allow what seeds to really enter in
Mhm.
and not, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to even you have to pull some of those roots up that have entered in,
Yeah.
you know, because I mean I had to uproot a lot of that junk when I came here to the continent. You know, there was a lot of stuff that had to be uprooted that I, you know, in my mindset. So the reality is that we all have a lot of negative seeds that have been sown. But when you you know, recognize them, start ripping them things up by the root, you know,
And get rid of 'em.
and get rid of them. And the way you do that is start sowing good seed, because the good seed will outweigh that.
Yeah.
So
I like this. He
Yeah.
says, Di Jamaican says,
Mm.
we Africans should totally take over that cashew industry in
I
Africa.
agree. Yeah.
There are so many cashews.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
there are so many cashews. But not even to talk about the cashews.
Yeah.
There are so many mangoes.
Mangoes.
Oh my goodness, I think there's
Wait,
so
I
many.
can't wait till they start.
There are so many mangoes that I think that once they start falling, that they're going to be spoiled because there's so many.
No, they're not gonna be spoiled. Everybody's coming. People coming to get them.
No, but they're not going to get all of them
I don't know.
mangoes.
We'll find out for sure. I'm gonna try to get them all.
So that would be good if we could make an industry for the mangoes and for the
Yeah,
cashews
but you
in
know-
Africa. That would be nice.
That's the whole thing. Processing plants.
Yeah.
We
How do you start a
need
processing
plant. How?
Yeah.
First, you need capital. You know,
Mhm.
you need investors. You need capital. You know, you need to have the know-how engineers. You need people who can actually put it in place. And we know how to do that, but for some reason, they're starting to grow. I believe they're starting to pop up.
What? Processing plants.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're starting to come now to the continent, and a lot of our brothers and sisters are actually moving in that arena. You know,
Processing
so
plants.
for processing
Yeah,
plants.
we gotta look into. We gotta talk about
Yes,
that.
that's coming. Yeah,
Descendants from Africa says true. You definitely have to watch the company that you keep.
absolutely.
This is true.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah, and the kind of
But you know
trees you hang around.
You know what they say? They say, but you know, people used to always say to me, be careful hanging with so-and-so because birds of a feather flock together. And I'm like, why are you saying that? Because that's a nice person. That's a nice person. But it's true that eventually one person's growing or encouraging the other to do, it doesn't happen immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think after time that you do see that if I'm hanging with a chicken and I'm an
Yeah.
eagle,
Yeah.
pretty soon that chicken and me ain't gonna be flying because they can only go so high. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if I'm a pigeon and it's the same, you know, whatever the
And that's like the
bird
tree.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And the tree, if you got a tree that's producing good fruit like you know, you produce so much good fruit.
I'm a good fruit. I'm a good
Oh
tree.
man, so much fruit. I'm
What
telling
kind
you.
of fruit is coming off of me?
Goodness,
Tell me. I want to.
kindness, meekness, gentleness, joy, love. You know, and that's good fruit.
Oh,
And
thank you.
that's why throughout life, many people would be gravitated towards you. You see, because when they eat of that fruit, they're like, "Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm not used to that." You know, they're used to some other like people talking and malice, hatred, envy, strife, always backbiting, always fighting with, you know, and then they get away from that, and then they'll meet somebody with good fruit and come up on this tree and say, "Oh, that tree is good," you know. And so that's one thing I think that most people have to learn is when you see a tree that has bad fruit, recognize it for what it is and call it for what it is. You know, don't try to act like it doesn't exist as a bad tree,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not a bad person. But what happens is it's a learned behavior to develop good fruit. Anyway, that's coming from the seed of whatever's in your heart,
That sounds good.
you know?
Is this our mutar?
Mutar.
Is that,
No.
No?
No, there's someone else.
it kind of looks like him. It says there is somewhere in Lemon where they process dry mangoes.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
We didn't know that. We have
That's
to, we have to
awesome.
find them. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Someone
So,
says here, a little
CC
off
is
topic,
saying,
but that's
you
good.
need electric, solar, and water power
Yes.
for rain season and roads.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we're working, that's
You need electric,
all the
solar, and
above.
water power for rain season and
Yes.
roads. Oh my God, and so much more.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. It says you will know them by their fruit. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
You know, and one thing that the seed that, you know, has the power, go ahead. You were
Look
good
what, look what Bob Garvey's saying,
Yeah.
and he's saying that, yes, at Jane Crow in Guinea-Bissau is one of the biggest cashew producers.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
I
great.
can't believe that because there's so many here, Bob. Wow.
Mhm.
Can you imagine going there and seeing all the cashews?
Yeah. Someone
Cassie's
said
saying,
something.
don't forget to like. So if you're in the live chat, hit the like button, guys. And if
That's
you're not a
all.
subscriber, subscribe. And if you are subscribers, share, subscribe, and share. Mickey Lee said, this is a great topic. I had a very rough life growing up. At one point, it was only one person that believed in me, and that was my aunt. She was the only one who I could be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Mickey. And yes, it makes a difference. People never know.
Really?
Like, they never know that, being kind or being nice to that little kid, or, getting your nieces or your nephews and taking them out and showing them a good time and
Yeah.
spending time with them, even if it's once a month, you never know the difference that you can make into that person's life, especially when you're doing sowing good seeds. Right.
And
Thank
they
you.
flip the script on that.
Yeah, thank
They
you,
try-
Mickey, for
Thank you, Mickey.
sharing that.
They try to make it like
That's
that's weakness,
Mm-hmm.
but that's strength. It takes a lot of strength to be kind. It takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage,
Yeah.
to be gentle.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. Someone hits you, you fly right back off the handle without no problem. That's the easiest thing to do,
Yes.
But it takes a lot to have self-control, whereas, we need, I think myself, is a learned behavior, and that's how I learned it's a developing thing,
Mhm.
But back to the fruit,
I like this one.
what's that?
Cassie said, I don't hold on to negative seeds, but I definitely haven't forgotten
That's
about them.
exactly right.
And that's true because I know, growing up, I have so many stories. Let me tell you, I could probably write a book about my life, right? So I grew up in a family of 9.
Mhm.
There's 9 of us. So I can just remember, my older brothers, how brothers and sisters do, they pick on you, they call you words or whatever. And I remember words being spoken to me that that I carried way into my 20s or 30s from my brothers or sisters just talking to me, not because they meant it, but the words stuck, And I just had to get rid of those things. And I'm glad that you share that because sometimes they do stick and sometimes you just remember them. And then other times people carry them for the rest of their life and they never can get past that. So I wanted to share again, the power of our words, especially when it comes to the youth, like the generation underneath us, how we speak words of encouragement, sow seeds of entitlement, let them know who they are as this younger generation,
Mhm.
that they're beautiful and that they're kings and queens and they
Yes.
come from royalty.
Who we are.
And that you don't have to be ashamed of your skin color,
Mhm.
that you're melanated and you're
Those
beautiful
are the
melanation.
seeds,
And no matter what color of the melanation you are, because there's so many shades of an
Beautiful.
African person.
Yes.
We go from very, very light to very, very dark, and all shades are beautiful.
Yes.
And the same with our hair. All our hair textures are beautiful, and we're taught as young girls, that our hair is ugly. Your hair is nappy, or your hair is kinky, or your hair is whatever. And it's time for us to start telling our kids young, your hair is beautiful, no matter what the texture is. Rock your hair, it's beautiful. You don't have to buy weaves. You don't have to buy all that stuff. I mean, if you want to, that's your, that's your prerogative, right?
Mhm.
But I think if someone would have said to me
But it
at
doesn't
a younger
right,
age,
yeah.
Terry, oh, look at your hair. Like, I love your kinky coils or
That was by
whatever.
design.
I would have, so I'm saying that it's up to us
Yes,
to sow those seeds, those
Yes.
powerful words into the younger generation
Yes.
while we have time to just speak
yes.
good things over them and encourage them to be the best they can be,
Yeah.
even as,
Because it's all changing right now.
everything's
It's
changing, it's
changing. We're in
changing
a-
fast.
We're in a moment of transition. And
Mhm.
see, one thing that I think is real important too is that in regards to the seed, you got to know what season it is. You have to know what season, because you got to be wise and know what season it is.
Mhm.
If it's time to plant, is it time to harvest? Is it time to break up the fallow? It's all working together. But right now, what we're doing, we're in a transitional period, whereas we're in the age of explosion of knowledge where YouTube, Facebook, internet is bringing out stuff that a lot of us have never even considered or never knew existed because it was hidden in a book.
Mhm.
And those negative seeds kept it so we wouldn't search it out and think of ourselves as less than and hold ourselves down. But now that all of the knowledge is coming, that's the seeds that are being exposed is they're good and they're opening our eyes. They're opening our eyes. Yeah.
Get your own channel now, Kenny, as it becomes a ladies' night now. Oh,
You say what?
he said, get your own channel now, Kenny, as it becomes a ladies' night.
Oh,
This is
okay.
for men and this is for women. This is for everybody, that we have to sow seeds, even to our younger men is most important.
That's the biggest.
The biggest one is
Yes.
sowing the seeds into the young men and telling the young men who they are.
We are in the
Because
book.
I
Yeah.
think that,
But young men, when they brought, let me tell you something. When you understand that the first slave ship that came to the United States, they knew who they were. They had been coming from the continent. They're kings. In their mindset, they're kings. They're warriors. They're strong. They're the blessed people. They know who they are. So what they did on the next one, they said, we can't break this people. So the next one, they took the children and separated them and started to change their mindset. See, and then they spoken to the little boys and spoken to and told them they weren't kings, that they weren't warriors, that they weren't great, that they weren't. And that's where we need to get back to, sowing those seeds of truth into our young men.
yeah,
So it's not just a ladies' night. It's for our young men to hear this too.
yes.
Because she's a nurturer, and I know who I am as the male. And we have to be able to speak back into the lives of our young men. And that's why I tell the brothers, you guys are doing a great job on land. Hey, keep up the good work, man. And they're smart. I say you're smart, you're intelligent, ain't nothing you can't do, and that's the truth of what we need to do with our young men, because they're so intelligent. I don't just say that.
No.
But anyway.
That is so important, because
Yeah.
the guys need to have role models, and they need to have men that
Yes.
speak into their lives.
Real men stand up.
Yeah, and it's time for that to happen more
Yeah.
more often.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
they messed that up in the back in I ain't gonna say the States anyway. They have taken that role model out of the home,
Mhm.
and they systematically took it away so that
The woman.
the woman would be in a place where the man should be. And I'm gonna say this, maybe a lot of people don't. A lot of men they trained our men during the slave time to be breeders as opposed to leaders.
Mhm.
And that mentality carried over into after they got, if they say free, and a lot of men still think like that. But that is not the way it was intended to be. Our young men are kings and warriors, and they are so strong, and everything they put their hand to, it is blessed, because we are the people that is the history book is written about.
Yeah,
So anyway, I don't want to get too much off into that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jahari is saying, no, but that's good,
Yeah,
because it's good.
Yeah.
Hi, kings and queens. Mama Africa is calling us. Let's do our best to go home at the arrival. Love you, family. We love you too, Johari.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. But
Okay,
that seed is very important.
the seed is powerful. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a very, very powerful. Does anybody else want to call in and share anything of a seed situation that has happened in your life? Hi, Sammy Treasure. Thank you for joining us, sis.
Thank you, yes.
Rob Robertson saying, you guys are spot on. Also, the seeds need to fall on good ground, whether
Yes.
real ground or the people around us. This is true.
Mhm.
Yes, they do
Yes.
need to fall on good ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Henrik is saying, by the way, I did learn that whatever soil you have, when you plant with all your love, it will start to grow. Wow. Even if it's dry soil, that's good. Isn't that good?
That's good.
Okay, we have somebody trying to come in.
Okay.
So, let's go. Not so for you. Add to stream. Okay.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, you put it on there. Let me see.
Did I do something
You
wrong?
put it on
Sorry.
there. There we go. All right. We had to bring you up there. You just kind of look small on that screen there. How you doing? Not so for you. Hello? Are you there?
Can you hear us? Can you put your ear?
Are you there?
Hello?
Say something. Let us know we can hear you. Okay, we'll come back to you once you get your audio back up and running, okay? All right. Hello? Okay.
No, you're not eating, Annie.
What you eating? You got seeds? You eating them seeds? What kind of seeds?
Wait a minute. She come on the screen, eat her food. Hey, Annie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're
Wonderful.
good. What? So you might as well share with us. What are you eating so good?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing wonderful.
We're doing good.
So-
When are you coming
Good to hear
back?
it.
When are you coming back?
I've been thinking of myself as the Pied Piper.
Why?
April.
In April.
And I'm
So
bringing
when
a friend with me.
Are you staying for good? Oh no, I already know. You said 6 months, right? Or something like that. Annie?
All right, we're having technical difficulties.
I guess
It's
I
a
don't know.
delay.
It's a delay? Okay.
There's a delay. I'm
Sorry.
coming in April. I'm bringing a
Okay.
friend.
Okay.
And how long will you stay in? How long will you stay in when you come? 4 months?
And I have 3 other friends coming.
Okay. Well, then we will see you next month. No, yeah, we'll see you next month. Okay?
A second.
April 2nd. Okay, we'll see you when you get here.
Cool.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks for calling in.
Yes.
Thanks for calling in. All right.
Okay. Yes. So, like we're the topic, guys. Yes, is the power of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone has. Go ahead. Are you got it?
This one?
No, I was saying.
It says here, I live in America and I do hope my husband and I get the chance to visit the Gambia one day soon. I love seeing you, and Kenny, I love my kinky hair.
Yes.
Good, Eva.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Hi, family. So,
Hi, Sammy.
okay. But
I like this one. This is a good,
what's that?
says yes. They consistently attack our physical characteristics and
Mhm.
give us an inferior narrative about ourselves, but they can't stop. We are moving to the top. And this is so
That's
true.
right.
We are like not believing
Yes.
those negative narratives anymore. We
Yes.
know who we are as a people, and we know
Yes.
that we're beautiful, and we know that everything about us is beautiful.
Yes.
Everything.
It began here.
Everything about us
Yes.
is beautiful. So,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Eyes are open.
here he goes again. Not so for you. He's trying
It
again.
says needing to know what season we are in and what to plant. That's interesting. Okay. All right.
You plant what you have.
No,
What you-
they said you need to know what season you're in, and you do, and you need to know what to plant in that season. You see, that's what they're saying.
Well, you plant what's inside of you, right?
Yeah, so you have no choice.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of tree you are.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Not so for you. Are you there? How are you? I think he froze on us. You
I think
froze
it's
on-
I think it's our internet. Maybe.
Is it ours? Oh, bro. Okay. Try
Can
to
you-
come in.
There he goes.
There we
There he
go.
goes.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
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 Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening. Good evening from Ghana.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm Nasty for you from Ghana.
Oh, at the same.
Yeah, Namuswe.
Muhui pa. Midasi.
Okay, what's me Damasi? Actually, I'm at work. Actually, I'm at work. I came for 9:30 and I was there. I just said, let me call to give a shout out. I work in the hostel in theater. Yeah, the operation room.
Uh-huh.
We do surgical operation.
Say it
So
one more
I
time.
just decided to call. You say what?
You said that you called to give a shout out, and then I didn't hear the second part.
Yeah.
What was the second part of
I
that?
said
You said
I-
you called to give it.
I said I work in the hostel. I work in the hostel.
Oh, a hospital.
Oh, okay. You work in the hospital. Okay.
You're busy.
Yes.
So
All right. You're
I came for night duty right now. As you can see, I'm in the office.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Working hard.
I work in
Working hard.
I work in the operation room. I work in the theater operation room. We do operations.
Okay.
Wow. Keep up the good work, brother.
Keep up the good work, and
Yes.
thank you for calling in.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say about the? Go ahead, ask him.
You want to say anything about the power of the seed?
Africa for Africans. Africa to the world.
Yes.
Africa
What I
to
want
the
to say is
world.
yes.
Yes.
Let's become one. Let's become one.
Yes,
It's
we
like
are.
broom. When you take one broom, it will get break. But when it's together, it will never break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
One
So
love.
let's become one love
One
and
love.
love each other and support each other.
Yes.
So I'm
we
just here
agree.
to support the channel, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. And we support you, brother.
Thank you.
We support you too. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All
Take
right,
care.
All right. Nyami Tiasi.
You see,
Did you hear me?
bye-bye.
All right. That was good. That was good. It was kind of hard, but we were getting in there. That was good. All right. All right.
Okay, we
Okay.
just want to say hello to everyone who just joined in.
Okay.
We are talking tonight about the power of a seed, seeds of kindness, seeds of fruit seeds or vegetable seeds, how powerful seeds are, and how how
People
powerful
seeds.
people seeds, yes. And if you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Someone said here, they said, Arrival family, you guys are trailblazers, very fine people. Thank you. I think you should have a spiritual group because Kenny is a prophet and Terry is first lady.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you so much,
Thank
Mary.
you,
We
Del.
appreciate that.
Yes,
We appreciate
thank
you.
you.
All
Yeah.
right, Bob Garvey, what is he saying?
He said, okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going down to Bob. It's jumping on me. Where'd he go? Okay, here he goes. Yes.
Arrivals. is one of my best YouTubers in the continent, straight, honest, and inspiring, compared to the ones only there for likes and clicks. We passed that time. We need to heal.
Yes.
Oh, Bob, that is
Thank
so
you.
touching. See, now that was
That's the heart.
that was awesome. Thank you.
That is the heart.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate that too.
It says,
Correct. Go ahead, babe.
correct, Kenny and Terry. We are taught to
Compete.
compete with each other. Other than instead, go ahead, uniting. Go ahead, keep going.
They did divide and conquer to us, but we got to replant the seeds of truth and bravery into our younger generation.
Yes.
They did I mean, a horrible job on us. I'm telling you.
There's a number, but that's all right.
When I have conversations with certain people, and I'm like, wow, like really, this is where we're at, and this is like, this is where we're at after all this time. But yes, it is time for us to combat it with good seeds,
Yeah.
and being there instead of, competing with one another, like you said, but Rob,
Yes.
we have to encourage one another, and we
Sit
have
and
to inspire one another, and there's no competition.
No.
We are all on the same team, and we have to get behind one another and be one another's inspiration. That is so important. No competition at all.
Hey,
None.
there he is. Hadn't seen you tonight,
How
brother.
cheesy, somebody was looking for you.
Hey, Kenny, we didn't see you. He says, hey, Kenny, Terry, you both are great inspiration for the melanated family across the diaspora. One love, know thyself, and thy creator within much respect. Yes.
Thank you, Papa Cheesy. We
Yes.
always appreciate
Oh,
you.
someone wants
And
to
guess what? Bob Garvey was looking for you because he said there's no Papa Cheesy tonight. So
Yeah.
make sure you say hi to Bob. He was looking for you earlier.
Here, so someone
Yes.
said, can you pop the link in again? There it is. Let me see. There's the link. Yeah. Oh, Stacy asked for the link again. Okay, I put it in there. There it is, guys.
I
If
need
you want
to,
come in.
I'm sorry. Can I
What
just,
does it?
I just want to put what this lady said. This is so true. I need this for grip.
What?
I hope they can see the link because I want to see this. It says,
Okay.
hey family, so happy for you that the baby needs a teething ring. Remember, puppy breath tries to find old things for him. He will chew up to age 2 years old.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
boy.
Because he's chewing and he already tore Kenny's sneakers. He demolished them. They're like no more good.
He's living up to his name.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Say, it says here, yes, yes, yes. We must sow seeds of love, unity, mature, nurture them, and watch them sprout. Yes, Kenny and Terry, the platform is good seed. Thank you both so much. Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Terrell. That is
Okay.
nice. Thank you.
Okay. We have
African Queen of St. Terry, love seeing you with the dog. So sweet, and I can tell he loves you. And I knew you would fall in love with your dog. Can you believe, Giselle, that I'm not even a dog person, but I fell in love with Grip. I love Grip.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Thank you for seeing it, kids. I want to just get him sometimes. Oh, we have somebody.
Okay, let me read.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hey,
Hello, how
Let me
are
get this off
you?
of
Hold
here.
on.
I
Okay, there
am
we
fine,
go.
thank you. This
Yes.
this topic, I had to come on. When I
Yes.
was, I think about 16 years old, I was in my last year of high school. My parents divorced when I was 5 years old. And I was living with an aunt, but I had to go at somebody else's house for them to give me some breakfast in the morning, which was some bush tea and a few bakes made of flour.
Yes.
And one day I was walking to go to school. And this woman stopped me and she said, do you want a job? I wasn't finished with high school or anything. And I said, yes, because I don't know if you've ever lived your life so unconsciously because of the trauma that you've gone through, that anything that comes, they say a drowning man would clutch at a straw. And I said, yes. And I got this job, my first job as a teacher. And I used to walk from my village. It was about 2 miles to the place to go and teach every morning. And then at the end of the 4 months, when school closed, she said, do you want to go to college? I said, yes, because I didn't have any plans. And because of her kindness, because of her willingness to look outside of herself and look at another human being suffering, that's why I am a teacher today. Now, when I would
Wow.
walk to school, I never had food or anything. And I had a boyfriend. He was in college, and this boy would go to college, save the food that his mother would give him on a daily basis and bring it back to me, stop the bus by the bus shed and walk with me to my village, and I would eat that food. And so
Wow.
he himself was a point of light for me. When I look at my whole life, from the people who offered me their old pantyhoses to use as underwear because I didn't have, to the church that provided 2 dresses for me because that was all I had, or the people who, there was one story. We were living next to someone and they used to throw the food that they didn't want through the window,
Mm.
and we would catch that food.
Mm.
Where, now, this is not just the story. It's how do you use the story? How do you use the seed that you were given?
There you go. What
How do
soil?
you
Yes.
turn that? How do you allow, where do you allow that to go and to grow?
Yeah.
At first, when I wasn't, like working on myself and growing, I lived in the fact that these were the seeds I was given, and I didn't even know how to cultivate the ground to make them grow because I
Wow.
didn't have the necessary knowledge to know
Yeah.
how to grow a seed, even if it's not a seed that I wanted or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when I learned that, I started to see that everything is either here to make us grow or to make us a better human being. I mean, everything. And that is why even the channel that I do on YouTube, that is what it is about. I take the stories, the ugly stories of my childhood, the stories of our past, the stories that sometimes we don't want to embrace because they don't fall into how we want to be perceived by the world. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
I take all those stories and I find the beauty in them. I don't think any seed is good or bad, it's where it falls.
Yes.
And if it falls on the soil, and you're not at a place where you're in this place where you want to cultivate that seed, then that's problem. But if it falls on the ground and you're willing to allow the dirt, yes, the dirt,
The dirt. It's so
yes,
important, the dirt. Yes.
that you're buried under, that you allow, if you can grow through that, I'm telling you, it's just so beautiful. And I want to thank you so much for touching this. This is so dear to my heart because I feel as if this is my life. My life was just touched by kindness. And Kenny said something. What did he say? Oh gosh, I can't remember the exact word, but I really wanted to write it down. It was so potent, so powerful, and you just said it about the seed bringing forth seeds of its kind. You
Own
made a
kind.
statement just now about the seed bringing forth, of its kind. And that was so
Reproducing
powerful to
itself.
me because I'm
Yeah.
saying, wow. So now, what is my job? I have to now give back. And that's why I go home and I give back because I
Wow.
was once that child who was cornered upon because I was poor. I was once that child who the people who thought they were up there and they were educated and they were better off, they looked at us with scorn.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
still that child. I can't
Yes.
negate that. But what am I going to do with that now?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
the speed has to go for it and bring forth more and more. I'm sorry for
Yes.
talking so much, but this is
No,
really,
no,
really
no.
dear to my heart.
That's
And
right.
thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for creating this space. Thank you
Thank
Thank
so
you.
you.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I want to tell you something, Dion, that because of the life that you lived and because of the challenges that you may have had, makes you be the person that you are. And when you share that, it comes off and we can feel it. Everyone can feel it. It's so beautiful because when you call in, I'm telling you, every time you call in here, and I can just feel something. It's because when you share something, when you share something that you went through and you felt that thing, when you communicate it to somebody else, it's coming from a place that is so dear that the person who's hearing it, it's either going to bring healing, it's going to bring some kind of change, some kind of direction. And I hear that coming from you because I feel the same way with me, that because of the things that I had encountered as a child, and it turned me and made me be the person that I am, you know?
Amen. Yes.
And it's beautiful. And I want to tell you one more thing. I watched an episode of your channel, and you were talking about, I guess it was Valentine's Day or something, when you come home and how you should be. And it was so beautiful. I didn't get a chance to comment, but I want to tell you that your channel is good, and I appreciate you, and I love when you
Thank
call in.
you.
Dion.
Yes.
Thank you
so
so much. And I
Thank you.
really love you guys. I love the work you're doing. I love the space you have created. I love Kenny's thinking, the way he thinks, the way how he can take anything, doesn't matter what it is, and see the light in it,
Yes.
see the beauty in it, see the lesson in it, how we can use it, you know. And I know that sometimes I feel like you need that, Terry. You need that.
Yes.
You know, and that's why God gave you that on your journey, someone who can see the light.
I'm telling you, he is so opposite of me that I thank God, because he is what I need. He is what I need.
And she's what I need.
He
Amen.
he is.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you so much. The work is really looking beautiful. You cannot believe every day I am looking for a notification, because when the wall is like this tight, I'm like, okay, I hope they posted something. I know they're going to say it's Friday, nobody's working today, but I hope they posted something, because I want to see something. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's inspiring to watch.
Thank you.
The time you were walking in the trenches.
Yes. And look, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were
yes.
declaring when we were walking.
Mm-hmm.
As we walked, we were declaring. We were marching. We were
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our barrier. That's our perimeter.
Yes.
Yes, so we have to understand that, you know, just like the power's in the seed and the seed's in us, that same power is effective when you actually utilize it.
Yes.
You see,
Exactly. It's true.
So,
And you know,
yeah.
one last thing I want to say is that sometimes we do not understand the words as seeds. You know,
Mhm.
words as seeds. No
Yeah.
word that we use will come back to us void.
There
None.
you go.
None
Yeah.
will come back void. So, you know, living from the place of consciousness that whatever I
Yeah.
say will come back. I grew up
Yeah.
in a society where we didn't pay attention to words. You just say things. You just said things. You just said things. And then and guess what? I was the same way. I was just saying things. I was saying things to my children. I was saying things to my husband. I was saying things to the people around me. And then when I really became conscious, you know what I did? I apologized to my children.
Yes.
I apologized to my husband and to my children, because I didn't want to leave some kind of mark on them when they're older. I didn't want my trauma to transfer to them. What kind of
Yes.
legacy is that? And after that, now I'm really conscious. I am conscious of every seed, because I know it will not return void.
There
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
as Kenny says, it will bring forth fruit of its kind.
It's
Yes.
all
So
the time,
whatever
man.
it is, you're gonna have that.
You're gonna
So,
get it.
you know, so true.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dion.
All right,
Thank you.
bless you.
Cheers. Yes, guys.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
take care, sis. All right.
Bye.
All right.
That was good. She
Yes.
brought out a lot of good
Yes,
points.
she always does.
Always
Yeah.
does. And you know, to share your negative and your positive, and you know, always turn it around. You know.
And I just want to say, you know, and I want to say to you, Kenny, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
What's
No,
that?
I'm hot.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say that you are, you know, when I see you know, when I see something, I analyze everything. And I think I always kind of gravitate to the bad. Like, can you believe, you know, whatever. No, seriously, right? So, and you do see the good. Like, you see, like, you always are so positive sometimes too. So I want to just, like, Don't just see the bad, you know. But I do want to say to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being the person that you are,
Yes.
and it is necessary for me because
Well-
I am totally opposite of that.
Wait, so you have,
And
what
when
you
I-
have is the purity of honesty, you
Mhm.
see, and that's what I love about you. You're honest, you're 100, you're who you are.
Yeah.
And I love you for who you are,
Yeah.
you know, and not who I want you to be.
Yeah.
But I love your being for who you are, and that's what I need. So we kind of like balance it out, you know.
Yeah.
You're kind of mushy in here, guys, okay?
Okay.
And she is so beautiful, and I love her so much. And not just love her, I'm in love with her. You know, there's a difference, you know.
Oh.
You know, we're not going to get into all that now.
Oh.
Wait, I'm the cover the screen.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. But guys, yeah, and so with that understanding, the seed is so powerful. And like she said, your words, they do affect.
Yes, they are.
And you're going to have to give an account for all
All
of them.
of them, yeah.
You might not think so.
But you do.
But now where we're coming to now in this day is that we're planting the seeds that, you know, we need to, you know, as it projects from us,
Yeah.
you see. And that's with our family, melanated family.
So,
Yeah.
so what I wanna project,
Mhm.
and I always say this, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't have to say this, but I just want to say that I am not a racist person at all.
Okay.
You know, I love all people.
Oh, you know that.
But I want to tell people that it's time for us on purpose
Mhm.
to get behind our people on purpose.
Yeah.
And not
Intentionally.
intentionally, thank
Yes.
you. Not to exclude anybody else, but I mean, sometimes we just have to like, no, this is for us. We've been through so much. We've just been attacked so much that how comes we cannot just do something for ourselves on purpose? You know what I mean? That we can encourage one another on purpose. And okay, we got two people waiting, so I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, no.
Okay, go ahead. We have African Queen. Let's go.
We'll bring her in, and then we have, okay, go ahead. Hey,
Hey, Giselle.
hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
I just wanted to say, because I was listening to the other young lady that came on, and I was
Mhm.
listening to you, Terry, was saying how positive Kenny is. And I don't want you to beat up yourself because that's why you all make the balance, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I'm the worry box. My husband's the calm, collected one, you know? So when I'm like in a war, he's like, it's fine. It's going to be okay, you know?
Yeah.
So don't beat up yourself. You know what I mean? Obviously, Kenny is with you because he sees a lot of good qualities, you know? And
Mhm.
sometimes we're low, you know, we have low points. They're able to pick up on our low points. You know what I mean? So it works
Mhm.
out. I don't know if
Yes.
you all had a special topic or not, but I wanted to come
Yes.
I wanted to come on and mention
Oh,
that to you.
Thank you.
But by the way,
I
it was the
appreciate
power of
that.
the seed.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
that was the topic, the power of the seed.
The power
People are
of
of the
the
seed.
The power.
of the seed.
Oh, the power of the seed.
Yes. And you know the
I know.
power of the seed because you're a gardener. You know that when you plant that thing, it takes a minute for it to produce something.
It
So
does.
a seed is powerful.
Yes.
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 And even though you may get different type of seeds, doesn't mean necessarily that it may not grow. And that also to me refers to us. We're not perfect, you know, but we try our best, you know, to be perfect, but we're not. You know, we may stumble and have, you know, things that, you know, may happen or come up, but as long as we're trying and we're not being like, you know, mean or nasty on a, you know what I mean, on a regular basis. We try our best to be the best person, you know, that we could possibly be. So yes,
Yes.
it's true. The seed is definitely something, because sometimes it may not grow and sometimes it may grow.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you have to have patience. Even sometimes when you nurturing the seed, trying to bring it to life, sometimes it may not still it may not still grow.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you,
just step off and
Giselle.
try again. That's all.
All right.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, okay?
And I love your dog too, and he loves you. So I love you.
I
All
love
right.
her. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Giselle.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we have some, okay.
Nkrumah
Shaku.
Shaku.
How are you?
Nkrumah.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, how are
You're
you?
here. You made it.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yes. Yeah, you know, I always look for, every day I look forward for your channel. Like I always keep checking for the notification, like what the other lady was saying. It's so inspiring.
Wow.
Oh, thank
great,
you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So where
Yeah,
you
and
calling?
I love today's topic. Come again?
Where are you calling from?
London.
Oh, London.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Wow. I see the hat.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
yeah, but though I'm transitioning now, going back to Africa, to Mozambique.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I applaud you. Yes.
Yeah, because okay, let me tell you my background. My mom is South African, and I was born in Zambia, and my dad is Nigerian.
Okay.
So some people they call me I'm the AU, African Unit, and
Yeah.
and I've lived like in kind of a number of countries in Africa. So I've become ever since I've been growing up, I grew up with my grandmother, my grandparents. They were activists for apartheid. And
Yeah.
at my grandparents' farm, that is where one of the gorillas used to stay.
I remember.
And I remember when Nelson Mandela was released, when my grandmother decided to go back to South Africa, when she sold the farm, then my aunt later on, she said, oh, I hope she was planning to go back to Zambia to go and ask if they can, because, you know, the guerrillas, what they were doing, you know, they had the ammunitions, like they will have all the weapons and everything, and they used to plant them in the farm. So now she had to go and let them know that, you know, their guns, they planted there and some grenades and all those things, so they need to be taken out. Because since the guerrillas, they've gone back to South Africa.
Wow.
So I grew up with that history, and I have it, it's like in me. And I do believe, you know, we as Africans, we can do it.
Yes.
And you know what, there was, in the 90s, there was some African Americans who were planning, I think these were all the business African Americans. If you remember, they were planning, they made a plan to like, oh, let's go back to Africa and invest to Africa. We need to go back. And then all of a sudden, it was canceled. And then it came on the news. I was so heartbroken because I kept on saying it to say, you know what, they have to come back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it was announced, I was so happy. And then all of a sudden it was canceled with reasons unknown up to now.
Yes. Yes.
So
yeah, that's a good point, because we
remember
actually,
that.
you know, it was a timing. It's timing. It's timing. Everything is in timing. You see, and when the time is right, then everyone will hear. You see, but if it's not the right time, then people won't hear. And this is the time. This is the time. And it doesn't take you know, a rocket scientist to understand that this is the time to make the, you know, our way back to unite with our people as one nation.
Yeah.
And that's the most important, that as a family of one, to unite back. But you have to have an ear to hear that. And when you hear it, you have to have the courage to make the journey. So that's what's happening. And the timing is now. And that's why we're here. That's what drew us back home, you see.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, you know, we see so much that was stolen from us, and so much that was hidden from us, and so much deception that was given to us, that, you know, we have to actually, you know, beat through all that, you know, that we had, and now come to the understanding that you, my brother, in part have something. Me have something in part. When we sit down and talk about it, we come to the fullness of understanding of who we are as a people. And no more lies can penetrate our minds, and we can overcome it and take the authority that we have been given to in this earth as a people. And that's what's here now. And that's what cannot be stopped. So we're going to move forward with all assurance.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's exactly right, brother. But this is the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And like with the topic today, you're talking about the seed, the power of the seed. That is true. And what Terry was saying, that we need to tell our girls, like the way we're told that our hair is kinky and all that. So now, do you know what you said? That is very powerful, because I found, even like within our own community, you'll find someone is insulting you because of your features.
Yes.
Or
your own people.
Like,
your own people.
They'll be discouraging you because of your hair and all that. Do you know, I used to have my auntie each time I'll visit her, then she'll be talking about me, like how tall I am, or I'm so skinny, or I've got a big nose and all that. So she kept on like saying that for several times, and it used to hurt me. So I'll keep quiet, I'll respect as my auntie. And then one day she said that, then I said, oh, auntie, don't worry, you know what? I'm gonna get you a present, and I'm gonna go for plastic surgery. Then she went, oh, no, you want to do like Michael Jackson? Then I was like, you know why? I said to her, he did that, it was because his own family, they were laughing at him. Because that a person who gets, affected psychologically, then she was like,
those are seeds.
No, you should not do that. No, God didn't make me like that. Then I said, because you are pushing me. So I got home and I told my mom. I called my mom actually, and then I told her. Then I said to her, oh, mom, you know what? I love auntie very much, but each time I go to a house, you know, she picks on me. She picks on how skinny I am, how big my nose is. Then I said, I'm an African.
Yeah.
You know, you are an African. Unless if you know something, tell me. Then my mom, she was like, okay, I'm going to talk to her. Bless her. My mom, she called her the following day and told her. So I think like we need like all of us to be planting that seed to complement each other, how beautiful we are, and just to appreciate each other, to give each other, good comments. Even if someone does something, I think we have to be diplomatic than being raw.
Yes.
And by that, I think we will get to a better place.
Yeah.
But I'm glad though, however, saying that, we are, actually there's a great awakening which is going on now.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm seeing a lot of youths, I'm seeing a lot of youths now in Africa who are doing greater things, and they are believing in themselves.
Yes.
They are not even believing of going to the Western world.
That's where the power lies.
Yeah.
Which is like,
yes.
Yeah. And
like what you and what you said, that it is the time. It was the timing. Like what you said, they didn't come that time. It didn't happen that time because the time was not yet right. So now it is showing now everything now is the right time. All the people coming back home, and the people within in the continent, they are having this awakening. A lot of them, they don't want to go out. Now they're appreciating what they have in the continent, and they're making use of it.
Yeah.
Yes. And well said.
Thank you so much. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was just telling you was well said.
That was very, very good. And I just want to tell you, Nakamra, that I love your nose. I love your nose.
He didn't hear you, maybe.
Did you hear me?
Oh, it froze.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, my brother. Thank you for
Oh.
calling in.
Yes,
And
I can hear you. Oh my God, my it's playing up. Can you hear
yes,
me?
it's breaking up.
It's breaking up now.
Thank you. Okay. Oh,
Say it again, say it again, say it again. Whatever you're saying.
all right. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The last part I just want to say quickly was, my cousin, she sent me a TikTok where a lady, she's from South Africa, she was talking about, so just correcting this, I think she's been hearing it, to say, please people, don't get twisted. We do not worship our ancestors. We worship God. And then she went on saying, then she went on, she mentioned different names of what people they call God, like in different African languages. And then she said, our ancestors worshipped God. And then our ancestors, when they pass on, it's only thing we just recognize them, but we do not worship them. They are like our guardian angels. So we just ask them to protect us, but we worship to God. And then after that, when I saw this, then after that, today in the morning when I woke up, I had this epiphany to say, oh my God, we made it wrong. Then I realized to say, we as the melanated people, I believe God, we are the only ones who can worship direct to God. We do not need to be going through Jesus. We do not need to go through Buddha and all that. So those people who came and introduced Jesus to us, they are the ones who are supposed to be going through Jesus and all those things, the Buddha and all
Hey,
that.
brother, and that's another topic that we'd be here on all night long. And I would love to discuss it with you.
Okay.
Yeah, but what we're going to do, we try to stay on topic about the power of the seed. And that's another topic that will be here for another hour or two, just talking about that. But one day maybe we can talk about that topic. And we can touch on some of those points. Oh, what happened? Where'd you go? Did you leave?
No, he's right there. He's saying bye. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, okay? We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, take
Okay,
care.
bye.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right,
Yes, he has
bye-bye.
some really good points.
Okay, so we are over our time limit.
Okay.
So, is there anything else you want to?
Well, I'm just, so we'll have to talk about just basically, all I have to say is that remember the fact that you are basically like a tree and that you're producing fruit.
Yes.
And if you're an apple tree, you're not going to produce pears.
Yes.
So if you're producing good fruit, then what you need to do is produce that good fruit, let someone eat that good fruit so the seed within that fruit can reproduce.
Yeah.
And if it's bad fruit, make the adjustment not to have that bad fruit. You have the power to do that.
Yeah.
It's time to make our changes and here's the whole thing. You want to make a conscious decision that you will do what you should do in any given situation, which is right. You understand? Consciously, you make that decision. And see, from my perspective, to the pure, all things are pure. But to the defiled, all things are defiled. And think about that.
Okay, and
Yes.
is that it?
And from the seed that I understand is pure seed from the Most High, Ahaya.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I want to add
Yes.
that I think it's so important to speak to our youth,
Yes.
right? To tell our young Black men and our young Black women how beautiful they are. And I saw someone put on here, remember, we would hear someone say, oh, she's pretty. she's black, but she's pretty. No matter how dark her skin is, she's pretty. Like that made a difference because it has no difference. You're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty. I don't care what your skin, how dark you are, how light you are, how whatever. Beauty that has nothing to do with color. So I just want to encourage everyone who is under the sound of my voice that when you see your little nieces and your nephews and your children and whoever they are, the people on the street, the people going wherever, that you have an influence to speak, to sow a seed into their life, something really, really positive that they can hold on to and they can run with, and that seed can flourish into something beautiful. And that is my desire, and that is what my purpose of wanting to share the power of a seed. Let's turn the narrative around because, you know, it's time, right?
And it's going to happen because it's already foretold.
Yes.
And you can't stop that seed. That's one thing. The seed is backed by a word.
Mm-hmm.
And the word was given by the one that created the seed. And you can't stop that. For example, I'll just give you this quick nugget and I'll be done. If the word was given to a bird, fly.
Okay.
Now, that bird has never been to a flight school and never had a simulator to learn how to fly. But those birds fly with accuracy. Why? Because they were told to fly. And they were told to fly by the one that created them. And they have the perfect flight pattern, you know? And we have to study that bird to get that flight pattern. And the seed has the same force backing it because of the word that was spoken to him. So I'm gonna try to tell you, it is powerful.
The seed
is powerful. And the seed is a
Yes.
word that came from the creator of every living thing.
Oh, see, now you got me thinking.
Uh-oh.
Now, wait a minute, now you got me thinking about that tree stump that was cut down.
Yes, it was
And
cut down.
It was cut down, it was chopped down.
That's
And
right.
that could be like negative
And it
words.
got life,
chopped
right?
down,
Came
chopped
back to
down.
life.
But guess what we saw on that tree
Yes.
stump today?
Yes.
So many leaves, so many leaves, so many leaves. I said, oh my God, Kenny, look how powerful that tree is.
Yes.
It's not gonna die.
It ain't gonna die.
It's not gonna die.
And that's like that because the root
the
was
root-
strong.
Yes,
And that root is just like us. They try to cut us down as a people.
but they can't
They
do it.
can't cut it down, and we spring back up. And then if you cut down this part, then you have a branch growing out here
Somewhere
strong.
else, yeah.
And now there's a remnant, and that's another story.
Okay, so
yeah, there's another video.
I
Someone said that.
want to say to everyone, thank you for
Yes.
tuning in. I want to say thank you to everyone who shared.
Yes.
I want to say to everyone,
Yes.
if you're here, hit the like button.
Yes.
And if you're here and you're not a subscriber, to subscribe. I
Yes.
want to leave with something good.
Go ahead, babe.
Yes,
There's another video coming out. Yeah, don't worry, it'll be here. Okay, go ahead.
Here's my thought to leave you guys with. It says here, you plant seeds every single day in the world and in others, in every thought you think, in the word you speak, in actions you take. You have influence. You're making a dent in the universe, and you matter in a very real way.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're making a dent in the universe. So what you speak, your thoughts, your actions are sowing seeds into someone's life.
Yes.
I hope that they're positive seeds.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
what I want to leave you guys with, okay?
Yes.
All right, thanks again. We
Thank you,
appreciate
guys. We
all.
appreciate all of your love and support, and we'll be back here
Look what
next
the-
Monday.
Oh, that's nice. Leave
What's
that,
that?
put this on the thing, that's nice.
What's it say?
And just say, yes, we are the remnant of
Yes,
the
the
lost
lost
Black
Black
nation,
Yes.
Israel, okay?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
guys, have a wonderful night.
Yes,
We
and we
appreciate
do.
you all.
Strong roots. You got it. There
Yeah.
you go. I'm gonna just throw these on before we get out. There's so many. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you,
coming from
guys.
Nevis.
Yes. Thank you, guys. It's real. All right. We'll
Okay.
see you next week.